You know, bass anglers have literally hundreds of baits to choose from. A successful day out in the water often hinges on picking the right bait for the right situation. Unfortunately, it's easy for an angler to make the wrong choice when they don't fully understand the nuances of rigging and presentations. In this Beyond the Bait video series powered by our friends at Streamlight, I'm going to offer a uniquely technical focus on the best baits for bass fishing. Along the way, I'll try to dispel many of the wives' tales, myths, and misnomers associated with bass fishing. Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Kuhn, editor in Game & Fish magazine. Come along as I attempt to help you put more fish in the boat. Now let's get to it. Spinnerbaits have been around for decades. In fact, they were one of the first inventions in the fishing industry, one of the first baits, a spinner that attracts fish by flash. Sadly, a lot of bass fishermen think they can only be fished in shallow water, around tight cover and through some weeds, but they can be fished from the top to the bottom very effectively. Here's how. Spinnerbait blades come in a variety of sizes and shapes, and there's a reason for them. There's long and narrow ones, there's short and fat ones. If you want to fish a spinnerbait up on top, you need a lot of lift in the bait, which means you need a Colorado blade. A Colorado blade is short and fat, which gives a lot of thump and a lot of lift to the bait, which keeps it high in the water column. When you cast it, working on a fast retrieve, that big blade's gonna churn, thump, and create lift and let you wake it right at the top, bringing fish there for good aggressive strikes. If you're gonna fish weedy environments, what you wanna do is you wanna fish a willow leaf blade, which is long and narrow, and it has a tight rotation, unlike a Colorado blade, which attracts a lot of weeds and catches them. Try a willow leaf next time you're fishing thick cover. You know, spinnerbaits are great in thick vegetation, and there's a reason why. They're a really neat little mechanical machine. They've got an exposed upturned hook, which means they should hook a lot of weeds, but they don't. And the reason why is the blade arm here works as a weed guard, shedding weeds as the bait moves through the water. This upturned arm in the front also works as a wedge, shedding weeds away from the front of the bait, making this a particularly good bait for throwing in thick vegetation. As I've mentioned, you can fish spinnerbaits from the top to the bottom. If you want to get down to the bottom and fish them there, you need a heavy spinnerbait. Strike King makes this bottom dweller bait, which is 1 ounce. It's really great for fishing in really deep water. If you want to get it down and you're fishing in, say, 15 feet of water, the typical rule of thumb is count down 1 second for one foot of drop. In other words, if you want to fish 15 feet, it's 15 seconds. Once this bait gets to the bottom, it has long, narrow willow leaf blades that have next to no lift whatsoever, which keep the bait on the bottom, down where the fish are. Adding to a spinnerbait's versatility is your ability to change colors. If you're fishing in stained water, you can go to a painted blade like the chartreuse, which makes it highly visible to fish in murky or stained water. If you're fishing in clear water, you want to go with gold or silver blades, which provide flash and mimic a live bait fish. You know, spinnerbait blades come in a variety of sizes and shape, and there's a reason. As I've mentioned, it makes it a very versatile bait. They come in hammered, smooth, shallow cupped, deeply cupped, tiny, big, small, jumbo, gigantic, gold and chrome, nickel, brass, copper, silver, raw steel, painted. There's holographic, fluted, serrated, whiptails, diamond hammered, choppers, tomahawks, French blades, French hammered, inline, rippled, and of course, last but not least, ribbed for a bass's pleasure. You know, you can pay as much or as little as you want for a spinnerbait. You can pay $2 for a spinnerbait, or you can pay $15 for a spinnerbait. Strike King makes this quality premium spinnerbait, which has all the bells and whistles. It's got quality blades on it that are very, very reflective. It's got a great wire. It's got a high quality head that's nicely painted, a real high quality silicone skirt, and it even comes with a stinger hook. You know, buy the spinnerbait that you like the best and spend what you want. They all work. You know, you can change the profile of a spinnerbait really easily. If it's windy like it is today, I want to throw a heavy spinnerbait so I can cast against the wind. It's heavy, it's easy to cast, but yet when it gets in the water, if I'm fishing shallow, it's going to sink too fast. So I can change the profile by adding a trailer. This is a Strike King Rage Tail. When you add this to the bait, it changes the size of the bait, and when it lands in the water after a long cast into the wind with a heavy bait, it sinks slowly because of the trailer. Try putting on a trailer to change the profile and change your sink rate. Hey, thanks for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Baits, powered by Streamlight. I hope some of the information contained in this video will help you become a better bass fisherman. For more information about bass fishing and other outdoor topics, join us at gameandfishmag.com or pick up a copy of Game and Fish on a local newsstand near you.